Well, hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode of the Mr. Phil Show. It's very nice to have you all tune in. We've been running into some fans lately, so if you see us, come over and say hi. If you think, oh, that person looks familiar, come on, say hi. We'll tell you who we are. Tonight, we have not a musical guest, but we have two people here that are going to be talking about movies they're making. So I'm hoping that this will be very interesting to you because it's a very interesting process that people have to go through to get these movies done. But before we get started, let me introduce to you the one and only Mr. Phil. How you doing today, hon?
How you doing?
Hi, let's have a seat. Okay, so you got to meet your great niece.
Yes, I did.
Okay, it's been a lot of fun. And tonight you heard her on the phone fussing. Just a little bit.
Giving me some attitude.
But that's okay. Mom's got attitude. Grandma's got attitude.
I see that.
Attitude's going to run in the family.
Yeah.
And at 2 months old, she already has attitude.
Oh, she does already. Yeah.
Which is great.
Oh,
so,
yeah, I love her.
You know, now Saturday you're going to Brooklyn.
Yes.
Why don't you tell everybody a little bit about what's going on with that?
Okay. Our Brooklyn station, Brick TV, every year they have the awards that they give out.
What are the awards for?
For the best shows of different sorts, and
Okay.
our show is in the running for it. And
Okay.
the thing of it is that our producer, Mr. David Weinberg, got an email
Okay.
that, the
We were nominated.
VIP, the
Wow,
VIP.
VIPs. Oh, I like that.
Yes.
That's really good. I
I
mean, you've only been trying to do this for 24 years, and if you win an award for it, it'd be great.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's right. We're in our 24th season, everybody,
Yes.
and this is what our fifth show. This is our
Right.
fifth show of the 24th season. So we're moving right along, and we've got quite a calendar this
Yes.
year.
We got quite a calendar this year.
Yeah,
And,
so a lot of cool people coming up.
oh, yeah, next week we have this girl coming on, a pop singer. I won't give the name.
No,
It's
keep it a surprise.
But normally I'd like you to know that she sings in different places where you have to buy tickets.
Ah,
So
very
that
nice. A
yeah,
step up here. Okay.
A step up. We are going. And
I mean, that's not saying that the people we have that
right.
aren't, that are just playing places, pubs and stuff like that. They're still important too because
Oh,
they have
yes.
to. There's got to be a place to start.
Yes, it got to be a.
But now we're gonna get someone who's actually been playing venues where they have to sell tickets.
Right.
That's really good. That's
Well,
great.
Greg
Good for
Woods
us.
has been here, and he's in that
Yeah,
category.
and Greg's a good friend of the Mr. Phil family over here.
Yes.
So it's nice when he comes back. And actually, one of our guests tonight is also a friend of our show
Yes.
and a personal friend of mine. And I believe he knows you pretty well too. So I'm not going to say names. I'm going to wait. I'm going to introduce people.
Right, but I'm just
Okay.
saying, with the direction we're going, I mean,
Well, gee, let's hope it keeps getting bigger and bigger.
right.
We earn that spot on regular public television, and then you earn your spot on, regular TV. That would be great.
Right.
So
And
we'll see what happens.
Let's put it this way. I've been watching American Idol
Okay.
and following that, and let's put it this way, especially on the New York portion.
Mm-hmm.
And as the contestants get knocked off, I
That's
write
right.
down their names.
And get them
Yeah.
for interviews.
y-
Absolutely.
And
Yeah, because they obviously want to start a career in music.
right.
That's
Last
perfect.
year's winner of American Idol, I'm friends with her on Facebook, and
Yeah, that's great.
yeah.
See, so anybody that gets to those shows or wants to get to those shows, this is a good jumping off point. You can tell people you did your first television interview, and it may be just public access, but little things can create big things.
Oh, yeah. It can,
So-
and we give more of a platform because, when they perform on those shows, they do like half songs, if you notice.
Mm-hmm.
90 seconds.
Right, yeah, they have to cut the songs. They only have so much time. And
Like, for
doing the
instance,
speed.
the song Always on My Mind.
Right.
Somebody did that song on
one of the auditions?
on one of the auditions, and one of the upper auditions. I mean, in Hollywood Week, and I'm listening to them. I said, "What are they?" Because that was my first song that I said, "What are they doing to my song?" That
personal connection.
yeah, what are they doing to it? And they're jumping from this to that and this to that, and they passed them through anyway. I mean, but I said, it's a shame the way they can't even give you the full length of the song. And
Right.
Like,
Well, that's one of the perks of being public access is we can do the whole song. If it's a 5-minute song, well, okay, fine.
right,
They may end up only being able to do only a couple of songs because we are only an hour,
right,
but it still gives them time to get a full song out the way they want to,
right.
without chopping things up.
Like, for instance,
Yeah.
if I met those people and they said, "What advice can you, since you being show host?" I'd say the first thing is giving them the full song and knock off some of the talking that you do.
Right.
Some of
Right.
the unnecessary talking, the joking that they do and stuff like that with them. You know what I mean? The stuff back and forth. And even those sob stories.
Yeah, they seem to like to. Well, they do that because they want you to be interested in the contestants and their story. But you can pretty much know who's going to make it through.
Right.
Well, anyway, you had tried out or wanted to try out for American Idol. Kind of stopped you from doing that because I figured you don't want to go all the way down there in the sun and the heat and
Yeah, right.
with all your conditions. He's got a bunch of medical stuff. He's just a regular mess. But anyway, he was going to go down.
Yeah.
So I want to let everybody get a taste again of your music style.
Yes.
Are you ready to get up and sing?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, folks, this will be the only music you're going to get in this
Right.
episode.
This song was, believe it or not, one of my first that I was given
Great.
by Carl Richards back 19 years ago.
All right.
I was given the theme song that you heard go on a little while ago.
The theme song was also written by
The
someone
Phil,
from the
and he
studio.
gave me those were the first two songs. And the funniest thing is the way it happened. I never dreamed that I'd be a recording artist.
Yeah.
He never mentioned it to me.
Okay.
And when I was in the hospital for the kidney cancer, and I had my kidney out, he comes up to visit me and hands me a package and takes out a player, and he says, "Listen to this." And he says, "It's yours. Start practicing."
Wow.
Hands
That'll
me
cheer you up really quick.
Yeah, the music. Next thing, he has all the doctors and nurses in my
goodness.
room.
Yeah. Where is that coming from? Sure. Well, come on, get up and show us a little bit of the Mr. Phil here
Okay.
that we're all talking about. All right, and the song you're singing tonight?
Okay. We just
It's what song? What's the
You
title?
Won't See Me
You
Cry.
Won't See Me Cry.
we just
Written by Mr. Carl Richards and performed by Phil.
yeah.
All right.
Carl Richards, he's down south now.
Now he is,
enjoying the
yes.
warm weather.
That's right. So let's get that on there if we can. Ken?
Yeah, he's enjoying the warm weather. Left us up here in the cold. Okay, up. Okay. Very good. Thank you. You won't see me cry. You won't see me cry. You won't see me cry. 'Cause I got my pride. I know that you love him more than me. So pack all your things and go. I'm setting you free. But you won't see me cry. You won't see me cry. You won't see me cry. 'cause I got my pride. Where did I go wrong? I thought I had it made, but then he came back and said took you away. But you won't see me cry. You won't see me cry. You won't see me cry, 'cause I got my pride. There you go with him walking away. You never did look back to see the tears on my face. But you won't see me cry. You won't see me cry. You won't see me cry, 'cause I got my pride. Where did I go wrong? I thought I had it made, but then he came back and stole you away. But you won't see me cry. You won't see me cry. You won't see me cry, 'cause I got my pride. And you won't see me cry. You won't see me cry. You won't see me cry, 'cause I got my pride. Thank you.
All right, Phil, that was a good one. You won't see me cry.
Right.
Well, I don't know. I that's not a good song for you, though.
Why?
Well, let's have a seat. Mr. Phil has a habit of crying over everything. Everybody ought to know that. He's a crier. Oh my goodness! When I first told him I was going to be a grandmother, I was like, "Oh my god!" And he cries. So.
And then when you said you were a grand.
And then when I told him about the baby, yes. Anyway, just a side note to the song. He says that, but he doesn't mean it. So I'd like to introduce to you our stars of the night, a Marine extraordinaire, Mr. Joe Wooley, and his business partner, Nicole Simone Backus. Come on over, you guys. I'm so interested to hear what you guys are up to. I was starting to talk to Joe before.
Well, thanks for having us.
Hey, you're welcome. It's just really nice having you up here today. Hi, Joe. Thanks for coming back.
Thank you for having me. Is this thing on?
Yes, I don't think you're going to hear yourself, though.
Mic check.
Yeah.
Yeah, we did those before, so it's good. We're going to make sure that everybody gets to hear everything you guys have to say.
Yes.
Okay, so now I haven't met you before, but I have met Joe. Okay, so tell us a little bit about yourself.
Well, my name is Nicole Simone Backus.
Right.
I live in upstate New York. I am a writer, newly director, producer. Right now, I just wrote a pilot for a film called These Streets Don't Love You Like I Do.
Oh,
And Joe is my lead producer.
great. Oh, gosh. See, that's what I mean by, business partners here. That's terrific. And when do you think you're going to, have you started filming it yet?
No, we haven't started filming
You
yet.
have the whole thing cast?
Yes, we're
Very
fully
good.
casted. We are looking for more casts, which you can go to my website, and that's Sunmoon. We need more people. That's sunmoonrisingfilms.com. And there's a link there where you can upload your information.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. It sounds like something that would
Yeah.
definitely be I'm interested in. I see my stars.
Yeah, we will be
and
looking
my
for more
moons
casts for
and
episode
stuff.
2.
All the celestial stuff is just something that I'm drawn to. So
Oh,
see,
okay.
sun, moon, I think that works.
Yes, it does.
I'm not nudging her at all, right, Joe? Not at all? Like, we didn't have to pull Joe's leg to get him in here either.
Oh, no, I
Yeah.
didn't
He's
think
like,
so.
we're all hams, or we wouldn't be in front of the TV screen, right? So, Joe, how are things with you since the last time you've been here?
I have absolutely no complaints as usual.
Well, of course,
And since the last time I was on your show promoting my music video.
Yes.
Right.
You just laughed at me, and 3 weeks after that, my music video won first place in a major film festival.
Oh,
in the
yeah.
city in the music category. So
And you know
Wow.
what
thank
made
you for airing me on your show.
made us so proud to be able to have shown that,
Yes.
with,
Well,
and then
that's
having
beautiful.
to win an award is
Yes,
just
that's
really
congratulations.
great.
That's great. Many more,
So anybody that doesn't follow Joe's Facebook page, it is public, right?
Yes, it
A
is.
very public Facebook page. Well, Mr.
Nice.
Wooley here, that's what I said, extreme Marine over here. He works out all the time.
Right.
I want everybody to go to his Facebook page and click on there to follow. Boy, ladies, are you going to see a nice piece of hot chocolate there? Whoa! I mean, he just likes to just take off that shirt and go, can you believe I'm only 56? I'm like, yeah, I comment every time on there. Yeah, all right, we've heard it, we already know,
So, Joe, tell me, I know what the Hoboken Film Festival is like, and to me that's like the end of the world. So close to the Academy Awards. I mean, what are some of the other ones that you are affiliated with, like?
The CRISFF, I don't remember
Wow.
what the initials stand for, but that's one in Manhattan. The Jersey Film Festival. I can't think of the other names, but the Hoboken International Film Festival is the largest one that I'm involved in, and that one's coming up next month.
Yeah.
Right.
Right, and we'll
And,
both be
Yeah.
there.
And
Well,
Nikki's going to have a film in there.
Yeah.
Wow.
I
She can
like
tell you
that.
more about that film. I have no involvement in that one, but she's going to have a film in that film
Okay.
festival, and
Oh, that'll be a lot of
have Nikki
fun.
talk about these streets.
Oh,
Yeah.
Right.
Well, the film that he's talking about is a short that I did. I did it
Yeah.
last year. It's called A Friendship That Binds, and it's about one friend coming out to another.
Oh.
And it's kind of based off of real events, but I had to tweak it some. And it's a very inspiring film. I chose to do it because in the Black community, there's a stigma. Well, there's a stigma
Yeah.
on homosexuality, period.
Right.
But there's a
among certain
huge
cultures.
stigma in the Black community where it's very hard for Black men to come out to their families. You
Sure.
know?
Right.
And I thought it was laid on my heart to just go ahead and write this and put it out there that it's okay. You know what I
Wow.
mean? That your family, you don't know what the response is going to be. You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
Right.
You know, don't think that, I got to hide forever. I can't be who I want to be
Yeah.
in society. Come out to your family. Come out to your friends. I've had a friend come out to me, and he thought that, I was going to shun him. And I'm like, okay, I've known like forever,
Right.
and I love you anyway. It doesn't
Yeah.
change our relationship.
Right,
You know
right.
what I mean?
Yeah,
So
you never know.
This
Because-
film is very special to me,
Good.
and it's my baby. It's the
Yeah.
first one I did.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's the one that kind
I wanna see it.
got my juices flowing.
I want to see that.
We definitely
Yes,
have
Definitely.
to see
definitely.
that one.
You can go to my Vimeo on Nicole Backus, and it's on Vimeo, and you
Okay.
can watch
Alright.
it for free.
Because
Yeah.
you never could tell how the families. I'll give you an example. This week, on the same show, I was watching American Idol. One family was very loving and accepted it, like when the singer finished up and he came out to them, they were hugging him and all that. as they normally would. The other one came out. He had nobody out there. None of the family showed up. Nobody. The only one who was out there to meet him was Ryan Seacrest.
Oh, wow.
That's a shame.
Nobody, no friends, nobody else.
It's a shame. Wow. But, unlike unlike anything else that anybody can do, that is the biggest life-changing event, I think, that could ever put somebody out there. It's a big life-changing event.
Yes.
And you don't know the results. Like
No,
a pregnant
you don't.
teenager, they're afraid. I can't tell people, well, what are you going to do? You can't hide this forever.
Right.
That's true. You're right.
And I think it's a great idea and a great inspiration that you
Yes.
did take that and put it on film. And I hope
Yes,
that it
it's
does
wonderful.
go and get spread all over the place.
Thank you.
It's very important.
Yes, thank
Very
you.
important. Joe, you said are you in that one as well, or?
No, I'm not in that one.
Oh, that's right.
I'm in
That's
her
you said.
current film, These Streets Don't Love You Like I Do.
Ah.
And, yeah, it's an amazing film.
And what is that one going to be? If you can, or don't you want to
We're
spill
gonna
the
be
beans?
filming that actually April 13th through the 20th. That's really about. Okay, so in this film, you're gonna follow 5 teens, and one of the teens, he's the main character. I can't really give too much away.
No.
But he's the main character, and you really see how he is connected with his community, his family, and his friends. And I really try to highlight the community at whole, like what we deal with today opposed to when we were growing up.
Right.
It's kind of like, I know when I was growing up, because I'm originally from the Bronx. Shout out to Forest Projects.
There you go.
I gotta say it, sorry. But I'm originally from the Bronx, and I know that when I was growing up, it was a big thing for the neighbor to look out for you. You know what
Right.
I'm saying? So if you did something, it was like, I'm telling your mother when she comes home.
Oh, yeah.
And now it's not like that. It's like people turn a blind eye to the kids in our community, and they're just kind of left to do whatever they want to do, and nobody wants to get involved.
Right.
So
I just remember that as a kid, I was bad, and as Mary knows, right?
Oh my, yes, he was definitely a bad kid.
And I was watched by every old lady from the second floor to the 4th floor, and I was always told on all the
Look out
time.
for little Philip. Here he comes again. What's he going to do this time?
The Yentas.
Yes, the Yentas. Yes. Yeah, Jewish is Phil, right? Yeah, Phil is Jewish, and we have a lot of fun with that. The two of us.
Right.
We just we play with each other a lot about that kind of stuff. So every time I say a word that's Yiddish or Jewish, whatever, he cracks up. He just cracks up. I'm like, well, okay, it's not like I don't listen to people.
yeah.
Right.
So anyway, I wanted to ask Joe. You've been in quite a few TV series,
Yes.
guest appearances. Can you name some of them? Maybe people have seen them.
Well,
Some of them are pretty
I've made
big.
appearances on Blue Bloods, Law and Order SVU.
Just a little closer.
Blue
Yeah.
Bloods, Law and Order SVU, This Is Us, Power, Murphy Brown recently. I think you came to see an episode of Murphy Brown sitting in the audience. Murphy Brown and quite a few other of the more popular shows. I have an episode coming up in about another week, Law and Order SVU again. So
Wow.
I've been in quite a few shows. There's probably more than a couple of dozen. I can't think of the names of them right now. But I've been doing this for a little bit, been doing quite well.
Wow. See, like I said, he's got just a few things he's been on, right?
Yeah.
Just a little bitty list. Now, if
Joe is very talented.
he's very talented.
Yes, very
that's
talented.
it. That's when we met him. We knew, he's got that kind of spark that everybody's gonna love this.
Yes.
So, have you had any speaking roles in any of those? Were they speaking roles?
And Blue Bloods, I'm going to be, again, I can't talk about the episode.
Right,
Because the
yes.
episode won't air until around June or July. And Blue Bloods and Law and Order SVU. And there's an episode of Power coming up where I'm not speaking, but I have an action going on within Power that'll be coming up within the next couple
Wow.
of months also. So, yeah, there's that, and a few other shows also. Oh, a speaking line, 3 speaking lines in This Is Us.
Great.
That's amazing.
Yes.
Wow.
That is really it's something because it's hard to move from just an extra whose face is just shown across the screen for a few minutes to actually getting a couple lines.
Right, being noticed. It takes a lot of work and dedication and just following the rules and remaining faithful. And if you're good at what you do, you'll be recognized.
That's great. That's great.
Right.
And then, you're a good example. Like I said, we met Joe, 3 years ago,
Right.
back on the red carpet before you really started getting your career moving like this. It's like,
I was just starting to soar.
yeah, this right now it's like taking off. It's crazy.
flying.
Yes,
He's
he
flying.
is. He is. And I'm hoping that the same things happen with your film, and all of a sudden
Thank
we're going to
you.
hear
I
your
appreciate
name
it.
all over the place.
Oh, I can't wait.
Now, how do you know Joe?
I met Joe on a project that we were involved in last year.
Early last year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we met then. And when I walked in on the set, I was like, oh my God, you sound like the Candyman. Like, he just had this voice. And I'm like, you sound like the, and I was just like mesmerized. I'm like, I was like, say it again. You sound like the Candyman.
That's why I said hot chocolate over here. Sorry, honey, but
So that used to be one of my favorite movies. But with that, I saw his acting and his capabilities,
Right.
and I was like, oh, he's amazing. If I'm ever doing something, I have to reach out to him. And that's what I did. And then
great.
we connected. And then from there, he just started bringing more and more to the table. I asked him to be a producer.
Wow.
And he's like, yeah, sure. Now he's lead producer. So he's been a blessing.
That's
Total blessing
terrific.
on this project.
So
Thank
both
you,
in
Nikki, but
front.
Let me just say, she's been a blessing.
Oh, yeah.
I'm blessed that she contacted me, that we first connected on this small project.
Yes.
And,
Right.
And again, she mentioned me being the Candyman, but when she walked in, she had to do a Haitian voice.
Yeah. Like
Oh, wow.
Creole,
a
yeah.
Creole
Okay.
voice, and I thought she was Creole.
Yeah.
You must have
And
nailed it
she
then.
killed it. She killed
Yeah.
it. And I thought she was Creole, and as you
Wow.
can see, her voice is not a Creole voice. So
Right,
extremely
right.
talented as well. So
Thank
get
you.
Right.
Two extremely talented people together, such as yourselves. We can move mountains.
Yeah.
Right.
Yes,
Oh, yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah.
We have.
That's why we, love to put people on our show. Exactly.
Thank you. I
To start that
appreciate you
mountain
having
moving
me.
and send it where it needs to be. And you guys are really soaring up there, and I like that. The
Right.
fact that we can sit back and watch you and say, well, we know where he's been.
Right.
And we remember the red carpet interviews from the very beginning to when you get your first lead role in something. We're going to,
Right. That's
I
the way
know
it
that
happened.
guy. That's my friend.
Developing
Oh, yeah.
relationships.
Exactly.
Yeah, right.
That's why I'm back on the show now. You guys gave me my first music video show.
Yeah.
I say I won the award. So when Nikki and I started talking, I said, you gotta, and you two met at a get together about a month ago. No. Phil,
Oh
Yeah.
yes,
Phil?
I met Phil.
You two
Yep,
met
at
a month
the
ago
at the
at-
get together. Yeah.
Yeah.
Ah,
With Ken
nice.
DeVecchio.
Yes.
Yeah, at his 50th
We met
birthday
at
party.
Ken's birthday party. Yeah.
Oh, you did?
Right.
Oh, that's
Yes.
great. That's great. I was supposed to go to that, but I was sick, so
Aw.
I missed out. But that's
It was
all
a very
right.
nice event.
It
Very
must have
nice.
been.
You know,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
then we also, in September, we should be having the Catskill Film Festival again.
Yes.
Absolutely. We actually met the guy who's in charge of the
Yes.
Catskill
So
Film
are you
Yeah.
guys going to be involved in that also?
I definitely will. I'm going to try to be in charge of the red carpet.
Of course you
Oh,
are.
I'm gonna send my film in.
Okay. You know what? I want to send up some of my singing. I'd love to be able to open the show up for them and
Right.
do
nice.
God Bless the USA.
You know,
I'll connect you up with the guy in charge. We can connect you up with him.
That
I
would
can't think
that
of
would
his
be
name right now, but
wonderful.
Yeah.
I can do the national anthem, but
In
I
fact-
like God Bless the USA seems to be the song that I do that people respond to very, very well.
yeah, she does
I've
it
gotten
great.
tears from people with it, and
wow.
it's
She does
just
it-
an amazing, inspiring song.
She could do it for so good. She could do it for the 4th of July NBC special that they do for the fireworks.
Well, I don't want to mess up his
thank you,
name,
but-
but his name is Anthony G. And I know it's Gagliardo, I believe, but
Okay.
Anthony G.
Yeah,
Her memory is better than mine, obviously.
that's great. Okay.
You know, I've been asked this summer, July 14th, they're having the a special St. Jude's benefit, an all-day thing in Milford, Pennsylvania.
Is it like a telethon or is it a festival?
It's a festival, and I've been asked to open up with the national anthem for that.
Wonderful. That's
Oh,
really
nice.
good. Yeah, yeah.
Now, Phil, how long have you been singing?
Funniest thing,
Oh no!
Next-
Long story short, here. Let's go,
next Thursday
Okay.
on 4/11, it's going to be 27 years from the first time I did it.
Wow.
Next Thursday, right on the show here.
Phil. Oh yeah. Well, we're gonna have to make the show all about Phil singing.
That's right.
Right.
Yeah.
I have to tune in.
Great. Oh yeah. I mean, he's been singing for quite a while then.
Oh, yeah, 27 years. I mean,
Oh,
starting with
okay.
that. And then,
Well, you were an adult when you started singing.
yes. But
All right.
really, I was in talent shows as a kid, but I didn't
See?
follow
Yeah.
it through.
Oh, that's a shame.
Yeah.
That's a
And
shame.
I was even going out with a celebrity's daughter. I was going out with Sam Levinson's daughter, Emily, for a few years.
Do you know that? Is he aware of that? Was he aware of that?
Oh, yeah.
I think
He
he
liked
did.
me. He liked me. I mean, I used to go to his house for dinner and for breakfast all the time. You know, they lived in my neighborhood.
Yeah,
Oh,
well,
we got
good.
along fine. And, you know, I was doing talent shows back then. And the funniest thing, in Yankee Stadium, I got on a pregame show with announcer Red Barber. He interviewed me in the bleachers and gave me like a 5-minute interview. And I was 12
Nice.
years old at the time.
Oh, man.
And everybody was saying, you fit with this good. This is something you should do.
That's great. That's really great. It's inspiring that you were able to get these people, and little by little, you've done it little by little. But you're doing it. So,
Right. Next
and
is
not like
Sophia.
Joe, who's decided to take the elevator instead of the moving stairs.
Right. Next is Sophia. We already started her granddaughter out.
Oh yeah, we actually we brought my granddaughter Sophia out last week and introduced her as the world's youngest co-host.
Oh, that's cute. How old is she?
Oh,
two,
yeah.
2 months.
Oh.
So I mean, she's 2 months old, but we had her out here. Mike Flowers was on that episode.
Right, I know.
And he
Yeah,
held her
and he
all,
held her
you
and
know.
stuff, and so.
He's a great guy.
Oh, he is. He is. I love him to death. I really do.
Now, Mike, that's the guy that's on your CD, right?
Yeah. Yes, that's the one
Nice
who did
voice.
the. Yes.
Yes.
And we said if they ever need a baby for a film,
Yeah, that's true. Right. Yeah. Well, we'd have to check with her mommy and daddy. I'm just a grandma. You
Yeah,
know what I mean?
right.
But yeah, we did that. So we didn't want to bring the baby in on your episode because we just don't want. You don't want to be showed up by a kid, right? By a baby. I mean, you're pretty, but the baby's prettier. So.
I certainly hope so.
So it's really good. I hope to be able to see you're going to be at the Hoboken Festival.
Yes, I will be there this year.
All right. Now you said your short's going to be shown there, right? Is it
I'm
at that one?
submitting it,
Yeah.
yes.
Oh, you. Oh, okay. So you don't actually know yet.
Not yet.
if-
No, not as of
No
yet.
one
How
knows
long-
yet. That
how long
selection
does
hasn't
it-
been made yet.
How long does it take from submission to finding out usually?
At the HIF, the final submissions are due by April 10th. And on April 19th, the selections will go out.
Oh, that's pretty fast.
Well, April 10th is the drop dead late deadline.
Okay.
Most films have been in since January, February.
Oh, so they accept them
Up until
earlier,
April 10th, right.
but
Late-
up on
late
that's a
registration
deadline.
Up until April 10th. That's the super late registration time.
Oh, okay. So anybody that's an independent filmmaker, though, they're allowed to submit a film. Is that the way it works?
Up until April 10th, yes.
Okay. Okay.
Up until April
Well, I really hope that they take yours and that they
Yes,
put it
I
in
hope so
there, and
too.
that would be so nice to be able to say, hey, you know what? I know that person. I met them before. She was on our show.
And let me tell you this. Last year, I was on your show for my music video.
Right.
And it skyrocketed. Right now, we're talking about These Streets Don't Love You Like I Do. And
Yeah.
I predict that this time next year, we'll be sitting here laughing about
That's
the
true.
previous year because this film,
Right.
I don't want to call it a film. It's Nikki's baby. It's soaring already. And I
Wow.
think she has other episodes planned. And,
Yes.
Oh, great.
Can you tell us about that?
Yeah,
I'll turn you
where's
to
the,
the interview
that's
with that.
all right though. But see, that's why they are going to put him on the red carpet.
Yes, that's why he's on the red
And
carpet.
that's why I'm on red carpet.
Right, exactly.
That's okay.
Okay, so tell me about your next episodes, and of course, without giving anything away. You know what? Let me ask this question if I can. Do you two mind?
No, you
Okay.
know, I mean,
This is the Mr. Phil show with Mary Phil and now Joe Woolley.
that's well. Don't forget, you guys are the stars of the show tonight, so it's okay.
Take it away, Joe.
My question is, what gave you the vision? I don't even know that yet myself. What gave you the vision for These Streets Don't Love You Like I Do? Like, when did you first get that vision? And when did you put it into motion, say, I'm doing this?
Okay, so basically, I was going to write another short. And it was laid on my spirit, how it just happens that way. It was laid on my spirit, and I started writing. And when I started writing it, it was like, no, I want you to write about this. I want you to mention this. So it's kind of crazy because how it all came about, but it was supposed to be originally a short, maybe like 5 or 6 characters.
Okay.
And now we have about 30 actors.
Wow.
And
Wow.
it's growing because episode 2,
growing.
I need more. I'm introducing new people.
Right.
So this thing has grown beyond my wildest imagination. And I'm very grateful for the cast of These Streets Don't Love You Like I Do. Everybody has been instrumental in making this project come together.
Wow.
Right.
Wow.
And when I say, you know, we're all like a family. Like nobody wants it to end ever. Even when we're together, like we're like
Right.
we don't want it to ever end.
Right.
And so
I
I'm just
think-
grateful, and I wish I could tell you more, but I just say stay
No.
tuned.
Yes.
Right.
You know.
Yeah. I mean,
And if there's any investors out there that's looking to invest in episode 2 or going forward, we'd love to
Wonderful.
have you.
that would be
Yes.
wonderful. And your email is going to be on the credits.
Yep.
It was in the opening credits, but it's also going to be in the end credits as well as Joe's. So if anybody wants to contact you,
Yes.
when did you first start to realize that you wanted to write and that you were going to put it into motion into a movie?
Well, I've always been a writer. I've always been one to write down my thoughts and, you know, write little skits and stuff. I've been
okay.
kind of dabbling in the acting field since I was 7. You know, once I had my children, then I kind of put everything on hold because
Right.
I needed to go through college and so on and so forth. And then when I moved further upstate, I met a young lady who's a really good friend of mine, and she invited me to be in a play.
Oh.
And then my juices started flowing again. And I'm like, you know what?
Sure.
Being in different productions, I was like, you know what? I want to write something.
Wow.
And I want to write something that's actually going to send a message. So I decided first to write A Friendship That Binds. And, you know, I got a great response off of that.
Yeah,
and then now
yeah.
These Streets. And I think that people are going to really like it. It's crazy because when I have people read it, they're like, you got another episode? I want to see what happens next.
Oh, wow.
You know what I mean? And
Right.
and even with episode 2, them reading, where's episode 3? I want to see this. This is good. This is really good.
You've really developed the characters into
Yes, yes.
something that's going to be people want to follow.
Yes,
That's
yes.
what makes those things great.
Yeah.
Get people to follow you, and they're waiting for your next big thing to come out.
And it is addicting because when I go home, I'm like tired from working because I'm a nurse.
right.
Right.
And I'm like,
okay.
I gotta write something. A couple lines, just a couple. So you know, I mean, it's
I
really
know.
taken its own life, and it's catchy. These streets don't love you like I do. You know how many
Right.
times I remember days where my mom's like, "What do you want in those streets? Those streets are not gonna love you back." And you know what I'm saying?
there
Because
we
you want
go.
to be
There's the- yeah.
hard-headed and running around in the streets and doing stuff you don't have no business doing. So
Right.
I really think that it's catchy. These streets will never love you like I do. I mean, these
Right.
streets don't love you like I do.
Right.
And I think it's a catchy phrase, and I think that people.
It really does sound good. I mean,
Right.
is it,
You're
you
gonna
know,
enjoy it.
I was gonna say it really sounds to me like definitely, you know, from a mother's point of view, even it's something that you don't go running around doing all these crazy
Yeah.
ass
Right.
things because people just they're not going to respond the same
Exactly.
way. You know, you're not going to be noticed as a good person. You're going to be noticed as a troublemaker. Troublemaker, and it's true.
It's such an amazing series where when I first came on board, usually when you have a series that's not in New York City or not in LA,
Right.
you only have local actors. When I came on board, you have actors from all over the country
Wow.
flying in
Wow.
for not only auditions but for table reads and for the filmings coming up. She
Oh.
has actresses from Arizona coming
Wow.
into New York State, from Atlanta, Florida.
How did you
New
manage
Jersey.
that?
different parts of the state coming into the Rochester area
Right.
to
Wow.
film this film, and that's how important and that's how amazing it is, and everyone is following her story and her gift for writing.
Wow.
As you say, I've been on some of the other shows, but when I read her script and just the professionalism that she portrays,
Wow.
with the way she commands
Thank
Yeah.
the
you.
attention of the crew and the cast, and you mentioned I'm a Marine a few times, and
Wow.
Marines are sticklers for organization
Yes.
and structure.
Right.
And her very first table
Wow.
read, I was so impressed by the structure of it. She handed out so much paperwork. I thought I was joining the Marine Corps again.
Uh-oh.
But she had all of the paperwork in line,
Good.
everything for everyone nice, neat, clean, and orderly, all of the paperwork. And she's a consummate professional. It makes you think that she has done several films in Hollywood already.
Wow,
Which
that's
this
great.
one is going to Hollywood. This
Right,
one is
right.
to
This one's
Hollywood.
going.
Wow.
Yes, we are claiming it.
Yeah,
There we
We're
go.
claiming it.
We are claiming
That's it.
It's going to be picked up by a television network. We know that. She already has people in the works who have come to her, and actually, she's just been truly blessed.
Yeah.
This project has been blessed. We are all on the same page. We're all
Yes.
going in the same direction.
Right.
Which is so wonderful to see that when someone on a project such as you two, otherwise
Yes.
you two would not have been working for this long if you're not going in the same direction.
Exactly.
You know, we're out
Yeah.
of Rochester. This
Okay.
our Spectrum station now, where we're on from Orange County and Sullivan County, is
Oh, wow.
located in Rochester now. Charter
that's right.
Communications
It's a different
is
cable
handling
company.
our show, and they're in Rochester.
Nice.
And I had mentioned to them, well, as long as that office is in Rochester, we'd like to get our show in Rochester. And the only thing we need is somebody in Rochester, like a resident of the area, to sponsor us.
Right.
Oh, wow.
To sign for the show, and we could get this show into Rochester.
Well, that's something I'm sure we could talk about.
Yes, we
I mean,
can definitely
Yeah.
talk
we have
about that.
connections in Rochester, and she has connections with
Yes.
television stations in Rochester. I think some of our table reads are at a public access place.
Yes, it
Yeah.
is.
Yes.
Yeah.
Right,
And
right,
it sounds
right
like
there,
you've got a bunch of connections. If you're getting
she
people
does.
from all over the country, you must really have quite a database.
pulls
that
You know
can
what?
pull
I have a
from.
knack for pulling people together, and that's
Right.
always been a thing, even when I was a kid. Like,
Right.
I've always had a knack for getting people together. And like I said, we have an amazing cast, and we're all like a family, and I'm just excited.
Oh,
I'm
it
truly
sounds like
excited.
it's something that I can actually feel your excitement.
Right.
I know you guys they're really, really into this, and we're just hoping the best for every part of it.
Right.
Thank you.
The big network would pick you up would be really nice.
Yes, it'd be a
Probably
blessing.
sitting in these 4 chairs tonight, broadcasting this show, you probably have, folks, the two most enthusiastic couples out there in the business that are working as a team.
It's true.
Mary and I have been working together. We're in our 4th year now.
That's right.
Right. And we've been working
now you
together
do-
just recently. a few
Yes.
months.
Right.
Yes.
But look at all you guys
Well,
have
we
just
click.
accomplished in that.
Right.
Yeah, we do
short-
click, and we're on the same page at all times. So.
Right. Well,
and
that's
important.
That's
Yes.
how we've done 4 years together. Because you do. You have to. If you don't connect and you don't follow each other.
We have to
Or
feed off of each
if I
other.
was there,
Yes, you have
I'm
to.
sure a lot of times it's you can feel what his next move is going to be, just like he can feel what your next move is
Right.
going to be.
Yeah, it's
so you already
energy.
know ahead of time.
Right.
Exactly.
That's why I'm like Sun, Moon, Rising Films. The energy.
love
Yeah,
that.
right.
I
I mean-
love the
Yes.
universe, and I
Yeah.
feed off of people's
Yeah,
energy. I love energy. Yeah.
I mean, we just took off. At our first Hoboken Film Festival, it was awards night. And we were the first, and then we were in Middletown at the Paramount Theater.
Right.
Oh wow.
Channel 12
Right.
picked us to interview us to lead it off that night.
Yeah,
Great.
yeah,
Nice.
that was it.
On
was
the
nice.
red carpet. We were the first ones to be picked by Channel
Make sure
12.
you guys come see me on the red carpet next month.
Oh,
Oh, yeah.
you know we'll be looking.
yeah.
You know we'll be looking for you. Obviously,
I'm
we
not
we
gonna
do
be
every
hard to
year.
find.
We
He'll
know.
be working the room.
Working it, working
yeah.
it. That's what Joe does. He's just
Yeah.
gonna keep working it, working
know,
it.
I call that summer camp.
Yeah,
coming
it's like-
down every year and stuff. And
coming to meet
we
your
just-
friends,
we just
old friends
love
again,
doing it.
and-
That's our favorite event of the year.
It's true.
It's huge.
It's true. It's nice every year to get back together with everybody you met the year before. And
Yeah.
A
You
lot
know.
of amazing relationships that grow and grow and
It,
grow.
Yeah.
it is,
That's what it's all
yeah.
about, developing
Yeah.
relationships.
Right.
And what is it like? I think what did I say before? It was like 3 years that we met, right at the festival. Sorry, my mouth is dry tonight. I've been on some kind of some medication, and it makes me have a dry mouth.
No, that's okay.
So
That's
I
the
feel
side
like
effect
oh blah 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 blah.
of some medications. Definitely
You
a side
know,
effect.
and what's funny is we have so many areas together, like besides the show, we're singers together. We're going to be making an album together. So many things we got going.
Right.
I mean, so at the films, people say, you people sing? We didn't know you're singers.
Right. Yeah. And my husband and I have an act as well, so we've got so many different avenues that we're doing as
Oh,
well.
wow. Nice.
Like you were saying, you got into being an actress and then wanting to be a writer and
Yes.
producer and director, and that's the kind of thing I like to do, is pick up all the pieces.
Yes.
Yes,
Pick up all the
we
Pick
do.
up
We're-
all the pieces.
We
That's
pick
right.
up all the pieces. I mean, like, we have songwriters that want to write for us and from this show, and people that we know. I mean, and wherever we go, we're known.
Yeah, you are.
Yeah, which is great. And I mean, I'm sure are you getting a lot of people now walk up to you? You look so familiar.
You know, it's so funny. I shouldn't say that, but yes.
You must,
Yeah.
yes. I was gonna say, I know, because I mean, I had somebody recognize me like 2 weeks ago from the Mr. Phil show. It was like, wow, okay, and I know.
Yeah,
I know.
A little bit, not
Just
big
a
time or
little
anything, but
bit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I was in a restaurant just maybe 3 or 4 days ago, and the lady in there said, "I've seen you on TV." Just out of the blue, I was like, "Nah, you probably haven't seen me on TV because I'm not that A-list actor yet, but I'm almost there." You know?
Well-
I'm taking the rocket ship up there, But I said, "No, probably not." She said, "No." She said, "I saw you on the episode of This Is Us. You were at the front desk," and I'm like, "Are you kidding me?"
Wow.
I haven't even seen it yet.
Oh, my goodness.
Because I don't watch television. I said, "Wow, yeah." She said, "Yeah." I was talking to the tall guy. I don't even know his name because I'm not a TV
Right.
guy at all, which is a shame. I'm an actor, but I don't watch television.
Yeah, I never watch our shows back either. So
Well, I'm going to watch this show.
Right.
And I watched it
Yes, I
last
will
time,
too.
but again, I know we're not at the end. But I want to thank you two again for. I
definitely.
remember we met at the Hoboken and we had a good time. You
Right.
said both of you guys like, "Joe, we got to have you on the show."
yeah,
And I didn't even have a music video yet.
Right.
it's
You
true.
just wanted me on the show just to talk, you know.
Right.
And then by the time I came on the show, I had a music video. And again, I love the fact that you aired it. We actually aired the music video. I
Yeah.
got to sit on the stool and speak my song.
That's right.
Right.
Yeah, so I appreciate that, and that's why I know that with Nikki being here and speaking about these streets, don't love you
Yeah.
like I do, the same thing. It's taking the rocket ship up to where it needs to be because it's that way right now. I think, in my mind, initially, I was thinking a small short. In my mind, that's what I was thinking.
Right.
And then again, when I went to the first table read, it was the same thing that I run into at Hollywood table reads.
Wow.
And that's how I know, and I told her that day, "Nikki, this thing is so well organized." I mean, she had everything there. There was no dilly-dallying around. There was no, "Wait a minute, I don't have this, wait a minute." And I said,
Right.
"This is just like when I'm on the Hollywood
Hi-
production
Hollywood
Right.
level.
already." And that's just amazing that she, it shows that this is her baby, and she's nurturing it, and it's growing, and I believe in it, and there are others who believe in it. I believe in Nikki 100%.
Thank you.
And that's why
Right.
we're here. She drove
That's-
here from Rochester.
Yeah.
Wow.
You know,
Wow.
and again, thank you, Nikki, for having me be a part of these streets.
Thank
I
you.
fully believe in it, and fully believe in it. I'm putting my all into it. I don't know what that means, but I'm putting my all into it, and just get ready for these streets. Don't love you like I do.
Yes.
Yes.
And
Oh.
you're gonna start seeing the hashtags,
Yes.
and you know, we are claiming the hashtag.
Well, we're certainly going to mention it on our
Oh, yeah.
Facebook pages and stuff,
Right.
and
And I know it's at the bottom
To
of
other
the
people.
actual screen right now. Oh, and you mentioned my Facebook page. Don't forget.
yeah. Oh yes, that
Joe Wooley,
Please.
Jooley.
Especially, like-
Joewooley, and check out my flexing.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. If ladies, yes, he puts up there all the time. Yeah, can you believe I'm 56?
Right.
You know,
Well,
I mean, if you turn to it for nothing else other than that, I'm telling the ladies, gentlemen, you too, if that's what you're into, that's good too.
But I'm very proud of that. I try my best to eat right and work out.
That's
and
important.
But that's a whole nother show that I'll be back.
But that's very important, especially when you get to the age we are.
Talk about curing diabetes and high blood pressure.
Yes.
On another show.
That's
That
very
would
Right.
be
important.
Millions
wonderful.
of people out there who need that.
Well,
Yes.
I have high blood pressure.
It is totally
Yes.
controllable and totally curable. Mm-hmm. And I've done it.
Great.
No medicine, no nothing. I just work out. I eat correctly. And that's a whole other show. But I'll
Yeah,
come back on
that
the
that
show
would
for
take.
that.
Yeah, that would be a really
Yeah,
good
that would
good
be.
show.
Shows.
Oh, yeah.
Well, I'd like to end it with you can follow Sun Moon Rising Films on Instagram, and that's
Yeah.
Sun Moon Rising
All one
underscore.
word, right?
Yeah.
Yep, Sun Moon
Okay.
Rising, all one word, underscore films.
All right,
Yes.
that's great. And you have the first one on there
How much?
to watch. That you just did the short that you were talking
I
about
have
before.
a Friendship That Binds,
Right,
and that's
that-
on Vimeo. And you can go to Vimeo and just look my name up,
Vimeo.
Nicole Backus.
Right.
We still
Okay.
got. We still got.
And
time.
that's
We-
Backus.
Right.
And Nicole, Nicole.
Right. Oh, that's, I'm gonna go look for that one. I guess.
Yes.
Please
Yeah.
do. And I'm glad we have time. That's a film that's already completed. A Friendship That Binds. And she said you can look it up on Vimeo.
Yes.
Vimeo.
A Friendship That Binds, and you must see that.
Right.
Once you look at that, you'll recognize the extreme professional that she has in doing these films, and it'll lead you. That's a precursor to These Streets Don't Love You Like I Do. You're gonna love A Friendship That Binds.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Well-
and that's the nice thing is a lot of times people will see a show done by someone and go, "Wow, it was so well organized. I wonder what else they're going to do." So you develop
Yeah.
a following of people that, I want to see only Nicole's shows. Or when is she going to put out something new? Because they get to know you, they get to know your
Yes.
style, and it's wonderful to be able to sit here next to you while you're just starting
Right.
out with this.
I know.
I mean, it's exciting.
Yes,
it
it is
really
very
is
exciting.
And I'm hoping that the film I was in will be part of it, and that's called The Brawler.
Yeah, I
Brawler.
remember that.
Yes. So I'm
I
in.
heard of that, the
Yes,
brawler.
Yeah, it's
I'm
been
in
on a
that.
couple of times.
I'm in that film.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
yep.
and I've been in quite a number of films through Hoboken Film Festival and showing on the screen. Remember, Mary?
Yes, yes.
Oh, let me give you a plug, Phil.
Uh-oh.
You were on years back. You were on the Kimmel Show.
Yes.
Jimmy Kimmel
Yes,
Show,
tell us
yeah.
about that.
Oh, wow.
Oh yeah, I was
okay.
on twice. I was on that Jimmy
Right.
Kimmel Show. I was on there, and I did my songs for my album on it. I did the first show. I did the Phil, and everybody in the country wanted to buy that album.
I saw that. I saw it
Yeah.
on Kimmel Live.
Then I did another one with my son on Kimmel Live. That was a Father's Day show. So
Oh,
I've
yeah,
been
okay.
on that thing twice. And then the time when I was on America's Got Talent.
Oh, wow.
yes.
Nice.
Yeah. Everybody cracks up about that one.
Oh, yeah.
Everybody cracks
I have
up
to
about
see
that
it.
one.
Now I have to
Oh,
see
you
it.
got to go on YouTube. You can actually find it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love you too.
Yeah, you can find that there. It's a lot of fun.
Oh, Jimmy Kimmel, give us a call. We're
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, we're waiting.
Absolutely.
We're waiting for that call.
We're coming.
You know.
Oh, yeah, we'll come out there.
Well, what- you know,
Definitely.
I've asked a friend once before that has a lot of connections with different people, and I'm like,
Right.
how do you find these people? How are you doing this? And he says, well, he says everybody's got addresses, everybody's got a manager, everybody's got
Absolutely.
somebody that you can reach out to. And I mean, he knows so many people that you would say, well, how did you get to know that person? Because he just happened to look up what company they're with or any of that stuff, and he's reached out to them, and they were more than happy
Right.
to reach back to somebody else that's interested in their work, even if it's people that are really big. If you can connect with them personally and not just as a fan.
Yeah.
Right. And develop relationships.
Yeah.
Yes, that's very
Proper
important.
relationships.
Yeah, absolutely. And I mean, he's gotten my husband into a couple of Cheap Trick concerts. His name is
Oh.
Greg Woods.
Right, of course.
Remember
You're talking
Greg?
about Yeah,
Greg
gotta be
Woods.
I told you
Okay.
about him already.
Yeah.
Huge concerts.
Oh,
Yeah.
cool.
A huge Thriller concert that he does every year. The
Chiller Theater.
Yeah.
Theater?
Yeah.
Well, those he does. He doesn't do those as an act with his
Right.
music, but he goes out and he's a bodyguard.
Oh,
Yeah, I
nice.
know
Whatever.
Last year he had
Yeah.
everybody at this one. I'm trying to get into it, but once they announce it, the tickets go.
They're quick.
Right.
Yeah,
But I'm
yeah.
gonna, Lambertson, right?
Huh? Which one?
What's Greg's name?
It's Greg Woods.
Greg Woods. Yeah.
Greg Woods.
I am so looking to get involved in this year. I'm going to get inside. You two are going to make that happen.
Oh yeah, you know what? That's fine because last year we brought him to one of the Hoboken festivals.
Yes,
brought
we
him
did.
last year.
Right.
Last
he
year,
came
Right.
yes,
last year.
that's
I
where you met
interviewed
him. Right,
interviewed him.
exactly. So
Right.
if we can get him to come with us this year, you'll get to interview him all over again.
Good.
Maybe
I'm
he'll
looking
interview
forward to
you.
it. That
he
would be
makes
great.
he makes lots of friends with so many people.
In the musical
Yeah.
entertainment industry with everyone.
Right,
I
and-
see him posting it on Facebook and Instagram and
Yeah.
with everyone, at the shows. I mean, interviewing them, it's amazing.
Yeah. So yeah, he's gonna be playing with his band. Let's see. Oh, I think that one already happened. They're rehearsing for another one where he'll be playing with his band at the new Chiller Theater
Right.
convention.
Yeah.
They're going to be playing. After the show is closed, their last night, then they have a concert.
Right. Yes.
And they did that a couple of years ago, and it was really fun. My husband and I, we stuck around, and everybody that didn't go home because, there's 2 hours in between. Well, they got to clean up, But that's when you make your connections.
Absolutely.
That's when you
Right.
say, okay, this person's standing over there. Go over and say hi and shake their hand and
Exactly.
look them straight in the eye and go, I know who you are, I like your work, or something, So it's going to be nice that you are definitely going to be to Hoboken, I hope.
Yes, I will be there.
I mean, I know you want your film submitted and everything,
Yes.
but
I
even
made
if
some friends,
I
so
was gonna say, even if it doesn't make
at
it
the
in,
party,
though.
so
Right.
they're gonna be
Right.
there, and I've
Yeah.
been kind of keeping in touch. So
Right.
Oh, good.
I'm definitely gonna go
I
back.
was gonna
And
say, even if your film doesn't make it, I mean.
oh yeah, I
you
want to
gotta
go and
come
have a
in
good
and-
time. My husband's looking forward to it. So
Good. Oh, I'm looking forward to meeting your husband then, too.
thank you.
Now, Joe, what about you? You're gonna be on the red carpet.
I'm a
Yeah.
Now, you're married.
The interview. I'm what?
You're married?
No.
No, you're not married.
He said that
hey,
quick.
you know what? Yes. Now I know why all the flexing on Facebook. And can you believe I'm only 56?
But no, I'll be in the
I
red
love
carpet
it.
host,
Okay.
interviewing all the A-list celebrities and B and C and whoever comes along the red carpet, and I'm looking forward to it. It's going to be a good time
Yes, it is.
and develop more relationships.
Well,
Yeah.
you were on the red carpet tonight on the Mr. Phil
Actually,
show.
Mr. Phil has. We do have a red carpet on our set.
Yes,
People
we
can't
do.
see it,
Right.
but we're sitting on a red carpet.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Well-
with that, I guess we need to wrap it up.
You wrap it up, and we
Well,
will
thanks
see.
for having
Thank you.
me.
Thank
Oh,
you
you're
for
welcome.
coming.
Thank you both for coming.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you, Joe.
Little
Thank you, Nikki, and we did a good job interviewing each other.
Yes, we
I think
did.
it was very interesting when you have
Yes,
two interviewers interviewing each other.
Right.
Yes.
And we will.
Sun, Moon, Rising Films.
Yes.
That's right.
Please. That's what it's all about. Sun, Moon, Rising Films. These streets
Don't love you like I do.
That's
And
right.
the other film, A Friendship,
Friendship.
That binds. Yes.
That sounds very important.
And you
I
can
am
see that
definitely
on
gonna see that.
Vimeo, Nicole Backus,
Yes,
and that's Backus.
that's right.
Okay,
So,
so-
any information that anybody wants, just look at the end on the credits and reach out to them.
Yes. Okay.
Thank
We'll see you next week. Good night, everybody.
All right. Good night, everybody. Oh, that was fun.
Yes.